Okay, here we are in Camtasia 2020, and I'm going to illustrate a slow zoom back to a jump cut. We have a clip here showing the executive director of a local charitable organization, and you can see the camera is in a steady position as I scroll back and forth with the playhead. Let's say we want to start right about here and have a slow zoom right to about where he takes his hands down right there. And then we're going to pop back from zoomed in to this view at this point. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split the clip. Notice the clip is selected. I'm going to click on the split button, which on a PC I can do it by clicking the S key. I don't think you can do that on a Mac. The next thing I'm going to do is move the playhead over into the clip where I want the zoom to go. And I'm going to select Animations, which is right here, Animations on the right. And up here at the top, there's a custom animation, which I'm just going to grab it and drag it onto the clip where I want the animation to go. Now, as I'm dragging, you can see I can drag it left or right, and I don't really need to position any particular place right now because I can move it later. Notice when I let go of the mouse, the playhead went directly to the ending keyframe of the animation. The animation is indicated by the arrow, and the beginning keyframe is at the beginning, the ending keyframe is at the end. Right now, because it's red, that means that keyframe is selected, and anything we do will be ending at that keyframe. Now, the reason I'm starting at the end is because I want the beginning to be exactly what we see, and I only want the change to go happen between the beginning and the end. So I'm going to change the end. Now, what I want to do is I want to zoom in, which means I'm going to need to expand this picture by grabbing one of the handles here, or here, or here. There's 6 of them. The best way to do that is to go right up to the top to look at your view zoom, and I'm going to zoom it out to 25%. This is now the frame that goes in the video, but you can see it zoomed out, so I can now grab this bottom handle and drag it down. You can see the highlight right here that indicates which frames will be in at the end of the zoom. Now this is the end of the zoom. I've got a little bit above his head. I've got just the top of his hands. Let's zoom in just a little bit more. Got to wait till I get a, there we go, a 2-headed arrow and pull it down. Yeah, that's a little bit more. And let's make sure he is centered left, right, and a little bit of space above his head. That's what it's going to zoom into, and it's going to zoom into that from this, like that. Okay, I'm going to change the view back to fitting in the window. Here's fit, there it is. And you can see the bright box is what is in the frame, and anything outside that is kind of dim. Now I'm going to make it a long, slow zoom. If I put my cursor over the ending and click and hold, you can see it gives you your start time, and it also gives you the duration, which you can see it's a 1-second zoom. That's a pretty fast zoom. But if I just drag this to the left, you can see the 1-second zoom has now become an 11-second and 2-frame zoom. And that's really all there is to it. I'm going to back this up, and I'm going to play it, and we'll hear a little bit of it, but you don't need to hear a lot of it. We're just interested in the video part, the zoom part. Now watch it zoom in, and then, oops, I'm going to grab this keyframe and take it all the way to the end of the clip. Notice how it snaps. The cursor turns yellow when it's at the end. Now I'm going to put the playhead back here, press space bar, and watch it zoom. See it zooming in? There we go. And when it reaches the end of this clip, it's going to pop back to that previous view. Boom. And that's all there is to it.